If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform these toddler size 10 boots into these lovely rhinestone sparkly embellished boots, keep watching this video. Hey YouTube, so today in this video I'm going to be adding some rhinestones and like some little small silver pearls to these boots, okay? Now let me explain to you why this other boot is so ashy. And I'm going to fix it with this Angela's black paint. So you know how before I add rhinestones, I wipe everything down with alcohol. I've never had this happen before. Now I know this probably is not like real leather or whatever, but I just bought these boots for my daughter. She did wear them like twice. That's why I make sure I just wipe them off with alcohol at the bottom. But when I came to wipe alcohol across this boot, it just turned ashy and it was just grayish looking. I'm sure this is like maybe polyurethane and not like real leather or whatever it's called, PU leather. But I've never had paint come off. The paint must have came off, y'all. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Then I thought to myself, you have some leather paint. So I went and got my Angela's leather black paint. I was like, I hope it's the same black as the other boot and it's just fine. I just had to do like really light strokes of paint and it blended perfectly. It didn't take long to dry. I let it sit and dry for probably about 30 minutes to an hour and it'll look like it never happened. So whenever I'm preparing a shoe to add something to it, I always wipe it with alcohol first. I didn't even wipe the second one with alcohol. I just did like a little bit of water on a paper towel. After I saw how it ruined the first boot, I was like, oh no. So in the future, maybe like do a patch test and see. Because what if I didn't have that leather paint? And this could have been a shoe I was doing for somebody else. It could have just went all wrong. So I'm just finishing up adding on the leather paint. And as you can see, it looks really wet as it goes on. But once it dries, it literally blends in with the rest of the boot. So if something like this happens to you, this is a great quick fix to go ahead and get the boot looking back to normal. And then after this, I'm going to show you the inspiration. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Azalea Wang. This store called Akira sells a lot of their like shoes. They make the cutest shoes and boots. I happened to pull up her website, Azalea Wang. These boots were so beautiful. Like she has the most sparkliest, most beautiful boots that I've ever seen. I was like, I didn't even know boots could look like that. And I was just looking and looking and looking. And there's a particular type of bling that was on the boots. And I was like, I have some rhinestones I just got that I want to try out. Let me see how this will work. So I'm going to let this dry. And then I'm going to come back to these. While we're letting those dry, let me just show you. It's like a cowboy boot. Not these, but it's going to come up in the next slide. This boot, it's like a cowboy looking boot. I don't really particularly care for the style of this boot. It's the bling that caught my eye. And then this is how it looks in black, a taller boot. I didn't want to fill it up like this, but I did want to have some bigger gems and then go in smaller with some pearls. So this is the kind of the idea, okay? So I'm going to get started. And I'm using some E6000 glue. I decided to lie the boot down and just kind of work on the side because these gems they're not super heavy, but they are kind of big. So once you start to add them onto things, they'll start to slide. So what I found myself doing is kind of going back and forth between both boots, making sure that I hold the stones in place and just kind of propping them a certain way and allowing things to dry. So I like to add on my glue first. This wax pickup tool is really good, but it works even better for smaller rhinestones. So to add some of these, you'll see me just simply pick them up and sit them on the boot because it was just giving me too much of a tussle and it was getting a little frustrated. You just want to make sure you don't put too much glue because once you press the stone down, it will ooze from behind the stone. These have a flat back on them, but they're raised. So keep that in mind for whatever type of project you want to use these for. And I had put a little bit of extra glue on that pink one. I think I ended up coming back to it, but if you have like way too much glue, just kind of come and wipe some of that off with a little pinch of alcohol or something sharp and just kind of wipe it. So I'm just gonna add these rhinestones to the boots. You can get some similar to this on Amazon. I'll see if I can find a link. I bought mine from Alibaba.com. I actually have these also now available on my website. I got so many people interested in these rhinestones. I used them on something else recently, so I do have a kit with them on my website. I'll show it to you a little later in the video, but I have them available, myroyalradiance.com. So I'm working on the second boot. So again, I'm gonna be going back and forth between these boots. Usually I'll complete one boot first or one shoe first, then I'll go to the other one, but it just made sense to kind of go back and forth. So again, these will slide because they're on the bigger side, so you have to like really be patient when you're working with these. I would let each side dry at least 30 minutes to where it's like really locked on there really good, then flip the boot, or maybe even an hour, then flip the boot. So that's what I'm doing. So the colors of the rhinestones, you'll see like a holographic looking green, like a clear, a blue. I'm using like a yellow one and a lavender one. These boots are for my 4-year-old daughter, and I have like multicolor of these rhinestones, and she just kind of picked out the ones that she liked. At first I thought she was just gonna do like all blue and clear because my daughter loves blue. She loves Sonic the Hedgehog. But she kept looking through my little bag and she kept picking more and more colors. So these are all the colors that I tried to use. I think it's like 5 different colors. So now what I'm doing is just making sure that I kind of space them out accordingly. This boot looks shiny. But so far everything is holding up pretty good. And what I'm going to do now that I let the side sit for at least 30 minutes, I'm going to start adding rhinestones to the top of the shoe. Okay, so again, I'm going back and forth between the boots. I'm just going to prop this one up because I felt like the ones on the toe have dried enough to where they shouldn't slide. So I'm just going to go up the front of the boot. I have it propped up to where I can just kind of sit it like this up against this jar. You know, you want to get something heavy. Sometimes you just have to be a little flexible with your DIYs. Because I have had people tell me how sometimes the rhinestones or the pearls or whatever slides. That could be very annoying too, because I've had it happen to me. So I just have to kind of slow down the process, let some stuff dry a little bit, and then go work on something else, and then you just have to come back because it's gonna slide. It's just going to slide because of how big it is. When those big pearls and big rhinestones start sliding, just be patient with it. You have to sit it at certain angles. I have it tilt at this angle so it can kind of sit without me having to keep pushing them back up as much as possible. Because even with me keep pushing it up, it can leave like a little glue stain. And that is just so, Sometimes you can kind of rub that E6000 off if it's in the wrong spot after the project has fully dried. Sometimes. But if it's on fabric, it just leaves like an ugly little mark. So we don't want that. On the side of the boot, you see like it's like this faux leather. But on the back side part, I'm not going to add any rhinestones there. That part is kind of made to be like a stretchable area. I just didn't want to bother that part. You can most definitely do that on yours if you want to. You could do a combat boot. I think this is called like almost a knee-high rider type of boot. This boot was only $20. I got it from Walmart.com. So this is a boot that's very inexpensive, but once it's finished, it's going to look like it is expensive. And then it's just something different, you know. It's not going to just look like everybody else's boot. And my daughter loved these. She really, really loved them. I said, "Do you like your boots?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "They look expensive." I thought that was so funny. So you can really make some super cute stuff on a budget. It's possible to have something, or this can be considered like a dupe. It's not exactly like the Azaela Wang boots, but it's like something, and that I feel like that's more of an affordable designer. Her boots, I don't think she had any boots that were over $200. The ones I showed you guys were probably about $130 a piece, and I think they're both on sale for like $89.99. But these could be considered like a designer dupe. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep flipping these boots around until these stones dry, and then I'll show you what I did next. Okay, so when I told my oldest daughter, my 10-year-old, I was like, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm going to go in between the bigger rhinestones with a small pearl. And she was like, are you sure? She thought that it was already enough, which it is. So you definitely could stop here. You don't have to add any pearls or anything smaller in between. I just felt like it was missing something, and I like the way things look sometimes when you have the variations of the different sizes. I like to see bigger gems mixed in with smaller gems. So when my daughter got up the next morning and she saw him, my oldest daughter, she was like, oh, I see what you're saying. I'm glad you did add those pearls. Now these are some silver 6mm pearls. And I just think they just really set this off. I really feel like they set this off. So these turned out really, really, really cute. I love these. And I'm almost finished. And both boots won't look exactly alike. They won't have the rhinestones in the same exact spots on each one. Now, I guess if it's coming from the manufacturer, you buy it like that, then yeah. But I just didn't feel like it needed to be the exact, because when I look back at both of them, I'm like, oh, I probably could have put another one here, another one there. But they're both different. And the end result still turned out really nice. So if you do something, if you wanted to do something like this, and maybe you don't want all this big bling because it could be just doing too much for your style and just doesn't fit your personality, those pearls alone will be so cute. The 6mm pearls just scatter out, spaced out real cute, or 8mm and 6mm, just to give it the two different sizes. That would be cute. So I think since I got their boots knocked out, next I should be able to work on my boots. I know I want to add some chains to my boots too, like I did my older daughter boots, the video before this one. She has gold chains on hers. I think I want to do silver on mine. I think I'm more of a silver girl. I don't know what I want to do to my boots, but I'm excited and I can't wait to jazz my boots up and do something to them. But I'm almost finished and it's coming together really cute. The only thing, the way that E6000 just kind of come out, it just comes out so aggressively. And you see these pearls are small, so I was trying my best to make my little dollop of glue tiny, because I felt like when I pressed down these little small pearls around the outside, I still had a little bit of glue. So I don't know. I never use a syringe for my E6000. I have saw people do that. I just feel like it would dry up and it would just be a mess. I don't know. I just try to move quickly and just press down my little bit of glue and just keep it moving. Now when it comes to the back, you can add the big bling back there. I initially thought I was, but for some reason I was like, no, it's already a lot going on the rest of the boot. I can just put a couple pearls back there and it'll be fine. That's just how I felt about it. And I just think these are just adorable boots. Okay, and there's the kit back there. It's a bling kit. And the pink ones in the kit are rectangle, and the rest of the colors are oval shaped. And I see a lot of people doing those cute little bling hats with these same type of rhinestones, but they have like a circular shape. I like the oval. I just wanted to have something different, you know. But the kit is available, myroyalradiance.com. And I'm almost finished, so I can show you the final result of these boots. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of these boots. I feel like these boots are so pretty. They're so busy, but they're so adorable. These are a size 10 toddler boots for my daughter. She's 4. She picked out these colors, and I think they're really cute. And she really likes them. Again, these boots were $19.99 from Walmart.com. Just some regular little boots, you guys. So this is something that would be nice to have. Maybe not to wear every day because they're so busy. Maybe something that you can just, but you know, if you like to wear busy stuff every day, then maybe you could wear them every day. It's up to you. But I think I do need to order her another pair of boots, so she can have some that are a little more toned down. You know, this may not match everything, but I just thought these were really fun. They're really fun, and I've just been really loving these rhinestones. There's you can see from the side, they're just not flat. They're flat, but they're raised. They're like a double layer type of rhinestone, and they're just really pretty. They look so elegant, and they just look like I don't know, they just look fabulous. The E6000 does like some webbing, so I did end up going back over the boots with a paper towel, like a wet paper towel, and water to kind of wipe the webbing off. You know how the glue gets those little strings, like how hot glue gun does. So, and this lighting was just so bright. These look so much better in person. I don't know, it's hard to explain it, but these look a lot better in person. These are, in my opinion, I think it's like a statement piece type of situation where you walk by with some boots like this and heads are just going to turn like, oh, excuse me, where you get those boots from? Those are cute. Because I made my daughter a hat, a black hat from Dollar Tree. I think I did a short making the hat. It's a hat and the gloves to match with these same rhinestones on them. And then this is the back of the boot. I went more plain in the back. I can always change my mind and add like at least 2 on each boot in the back. You know, space it out. When you're doing your own thing and customizing your stuff, you do it how you want to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a strict certain way. Even if it was some inspiration you came across, you don't have to go exactly like the inspiration was, because I didn't. I don't think they use pearls for their smaller pieces. And their rhinestones are a little different, but the whole idea of it reminded me of these. So that's when I saw that. I'm like, okay, I could do something like that. Because like I said, I didn't know boots could be this sparkly and fabulous. I just didn't know. I knew I had an idea of something I wanted to do, but when I came across that website, Azalea, oh, I can't even say it right. Azaela Wang. Check it out, y'all. If you like cute shoes that's like blingy and just real different and pretty, you will love her website. Most of the time the boots are at Dillard's. Like, she sells them at Dillard's, and I think DSW may have some of her stuff. The store Akira has some of her stuff, but she has her own website, and everything, not everything, but most of everything on there is super cute and like over the top, blinged out. And I was just like, ooh wee, I have to get me a pair of these boots. But yeah, I think these were nice. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna make some of these boots for yourself? Would you make these for your daughter, your granddaughter, your niece, goddaughter? What do you like? Do you like the pearls added? Do you think the pearls could have just stayed off? The little bitty silver pearls? They just remind me of some cute little studs. But thanks again, you guys, for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, or share it on Facebook, or send it to someone who may be interested in something like this. And hello to my new subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers. I greatly appreciate you for watching my channel. And thanks again. Bye-bye. Hey guys, check out my website, myroyalradiance.com. And there's always a coupon code available with a special discount, Royal Beauty 10 off. Use it today. We have some updated styles of luxury inspired faux leather fabric. And when you buy 3 sheets of fabric, you'll get the 4th one free of charge. We also have these beautiful iron-on patches available and these beautiful planner charms that are so versatile. You can use these to decorate your cell phone cases, compact mirrors, or you can turn these into brooches or croc charms. More beautiful sparkly gold iron-on patches for your Crocs or denim jackets, and the latest item we have are the brooches for the slouch socks. We also have luxury inspired Crocs charms. Iron-on transfers are also available. Check out our website, see our tactical defense, where we do have in-waistband gun holsters, belly bands, magnetic holsters, and a lot more.